In review, I'm Andrew. I'm here with my two co-hosts, Trevor and JC.
How's it going, everybody?
What's up, everyone?
And before we get started, I just wanted to shout out my tattoo artist because I literally just got home. His name's Ronnie Merck. Works in Salem. He owns Merck Inc. If you guys want tattoos, you should go to him. Anyways, we watched Halloween, but
Both of them.
this week we watched both. We watched the original 1978, and then we watched the 2007 Rob Zombie rendition. So, guys, opinions.
Well. Pause for before opinions. Have you guys seen the 2018 one? I heard it was alright.
No, I haven't.
No,
Because there's
I have
also a
not.
2018 one.
Yeah, that's the newest one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
I don't think it's a direct remake.
I think you're right. I don't think it is
so.
either.
I think it's him coming back.
I think I looked like a real quick preview of it, not so you don't have to dive into that one, which we didn't watch. I think I saw a little clip of it, and I think it was the actress who played Laurie in the original, and she's today's
Jamie
age.
Lee Curtis.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's her.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she is in it. I think.
But that's that one. We didn't watch that one. Let's get into the ones that we did watch. So yeah, opinions, fellas. Which ones did you like? Which one did you like better?
JC, kick it off.
I'd have to say, personally, I like the 78 version better just because it's the original one. But I do think the 07 version is way more violent, way more extreme.
You think? You think?
Oh, I know so.
You
I
think?
would hope so. You watched the fucking movie.
The
I
07,
fucking hope so.
the 07 version, for anyone who has not watched it, it's very violent, but it's very good. It's very good. But the 78 version is the classical one. It's the one that kicked everything off. I don't know. I thought both of them were really good. For being, a time distance that far apart, both of them were really good in my opinion.
For sure.
So, personally, I thought the Rob Zombie version, the 2007, was so much better than the 78 version. And let me tell you why. The acting in it was phenomenal. I thought the actors did a spectacular job, especially whoever the fuck that motherfucker was playing Michael.
Yeah.
He was fucking fantastic. Just his
He was
mannerisms.
wild.
the
Older
way
or
he
younger?
walked around.
Older or younger, Michael?
Older.
I'd say older.
Okay.
Because you don't really get younger Michael in the original one. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
also a big reason why I like the Rob Zombie one better. The Rob Zombie one actually dives into who Michael was as a child, and then you saw him come through the mental hospital a little bit. When in the original one, it's you start off right when he goes to kill his sister, and then it fast forwards 15 years, and he escapes the hospital. But in the 2007 one, you start off with him as a kid, you see that he was abused and he's treated like shit and he's bullied, and the only person that actually loves him is his mom, and all that stuff. And you see why this kid is fucked up and why he becomes who he is, and you get some more backstory behind it. And I feel like it just makes the movie flow a lot better.
Yeah, I agree. It builds him as a character. The movie builds Michael Myers as who he is.
You know who he is. He's not just that psychopathic killer. You kind of know.
You really know who? Yeah, exactly. Who he is.
You know the reasoning why he's a psychopathic killer, or half the reason, because the other half is that there is some fucking screws literally just not there. I would say loose, but it's they just got yanked the fuck out of there.
They're just not there at all.
They're not there.
They're just not there. Not there. He's built different.
Yeah.
He's a
It's
maniac.
I agree. I like the original one. I love older movies. I think they're very good. I thought this one was really good. But I like the 07 one. I wouldn't say a lot better like you, Andrew, but I definitely like it better. I love when things give you the backstory. I love just getting more information from movies, like knowing who he was, like seeing that he was just like killing animals, always walking around with a knife, kills that kid in the woods, just beats the shit out of him. Was like, oh, okay, and then kills his family. Like he was fucked up, and I loved to see the backstory on that. And also, it's newer, so it looks better. You can do more stuff. Like the killing is better. It's a little bit more gruesome.
Yeah, the grab.
I like it. I like the original one. I like the newer one. Definitely better than the old one.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure.
What's it called? What I really liked, what I thought the new one did fantastic was it took direct things from the original version.
Yeah.
And one thing that I would not have picked up on if I wasn't watching it with my uncle, and my uncle is, he loves the Halloween movies, like the whole series. He loves them all. But I only picked up on this because he mentioned it. So there's a song that plays in both of them, and it's called "Don't Fear the Reaper." And that song plays in the original movie when they're driving to the hospital. And I think it plays one other time. Or no. It plays on the radio when Annie and Lori, or Laura, it's Lori, right? Not
Yeah.
Laura. Yeah.
Lori.
So when
Lori.
Annie and Lori are driving around smoking the spliff, being followed by Mike Myers, that song "Don't Fear the Reaper" is playing on the radio. That's when it was. And "Don't Fear the Reaper" was also playing in the 2007 one when Michael killed his sister in the beginning, and again when what was her name? The chick that was fucking in the Myers house.
Everybody died after fucking, dude. Everybody. that was the telltale sign that you were gonna die. If you were fucking, you were gonna die.
Yeah.
No, but the chick that was in the Myers house with the kid with the glasses.
Oh, that was her friend. Wasn't that Annie?
Yeah. I thought so.
That was Linda.
It was either Annie or Linda.
It was Linda. Her name was Linda.
Could have been
Because Annie was the
one
other
of
one.
them was
Annie was the
fucking somewhere
cop's.
else.
Annie was the cop's daughter.
So yeah, Linda.
So Linda was her name. So in that scene in the 07, that I'm pretty sure she turns the radio on, and that song "Don't Fear the Reaper" comes on again before she gets killed.
Huh.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Now that I didn't pick up on that.
See, I wouldn't have either if
Interesting.
my uncle wasn't watching it with me. But I thought that little detail right there, like, really pushed the 2007 version for me because Rob Zombie took the time to really put those little details in.
Those little callbacks. Yeah, I agree.
There's a bunch of moments in the 07 one that's like either shot for shot or like very similar to the first one. Like in the first one, you have this scene of Lori and the young kid that she's babysitting walking down the street. You get that same thing in the second movie. Also, did you guys notice anything about the neighborhood in both of them?
No.
No.
Like what?
No.
They're set up the same?
It's the same neighborhood. It's the same neighborhood.
I was gonna say because the houses
like I'm saying, like they filmed in the exact same neighborhood. It was both in South Pasadena. I looked it up because I was like, this looks super. Wow. I was like, this looks exactly like it. It was when.
Oh yeah.
It was when I was watching the newer one. It was the three girls, and when they were walking home. And I was like, these streets and these houses, like it's set up the exact same. So I looked it up, and it was. They're both. I don't know. I'm assuming it's the same neighborhood, but it was both in South Pasadena. I thought that was super interesting.
It looks the same, yeah, dude. The houses look the same.
It's
you can just tell, like the Myers house was different in each of them, but
yeah, I mean the houses were a little newer in the newer one.
Yeah,
but that's probably a little redone.
Kinda,
but still, like the neighborhood
40 years in between being made.
Same.
Yeah,
30, I thought that was super interesting.
39 years, right? Yeah.
I fucking know. I'm too tired to do math. I've been up since 8 o'clock this morning.
Ugh.
I know.
Gross.
Disgusting.
The worst.
Busy boy, I guess.
Could not be.
Busy.
Yeah, dude. I've been fucking... I'm so tired. Today was a long day. I had class. I had a meeting after class. And then I went to my tattoo appointment. And now I'm here.
I'm sure that sounded great.
I hope so.
I'm sure everybody loved that.
What's it called? I also really I thought it was really funny how in both of them, Michael Myers puts the sheet over his head and puts the kid's glasses on.
I agree. I thought that was funny too.
It was amazing.
I just think it's the 07 one was so much better though because she goes, "Well, can I have my beer?" And he just goes,
yeah, he literally still gives it to her.
And holds it out for her.
That was so funny, dude. He's just like, yeah, sure, like here. I liked it. Did you guys pick up on any like the, I guess, differences or things that like, I don't know, I guess they left out kind of in the second one? Like one that I noticed right off the bat. The dad in the second one is A, a stepdad, and B, a fucking asshole. In the first one, obviously you don't really meet his parents because, like you said, it starts with just him killing everybody and then he's gone. But the dad and the mom are totally normal when they arrive home in the original one. They look like they both call him like their son. Everything seems normal. And he was a fucking asshole in his stepdad in the second one. Do you guys kind of think about that too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called? My whole take on that is Rob Zombie really wanted to set him up as that troubled kid. So instead of just giving him normal parents, he gave him a stripper mom that kids bully him for, and a stepfather or
abusive stepfather.
Stepfather figure. I don't know if he was his actual stepfather or just like mom's boyfriend. But yeah, abusive asshole. Just to like really try show that downward spiral.
Like this is the life he
totally
had to
makes
live through.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. What he had to go through. Mental child.
Yeah, imagine being raised in a household like that. You're just treated like a fucking schmuck, so you wear a cloud mask around and decide to kill your family.
It'd be fucking awful.
Oh my god, dude, that sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's fucking awful.
Dude,
just imagine.
Like, I just can't imagine everybody just fucking hating on you like that. Like, why? We're family here. Like, what are you doing?
Well, he took matters into his own hands, so.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I don't know what to tell you.
Just fucked everybody up.
Yeah, he did.
Crazy.
What's it called? Another reason why I really liked the newer version was the detail put into some of the scenes. Like the scene where Michael kills his sister in the beginning had so much more detail in it. He puts on after killing her boyfriend, puts on his the actual Michael Myers mask and starts touching her leg and stuff.
Yeah.
And making her think that it's her boyfriend and not him.
Yeah.
There's so much more detail in it. It's super fucking fucked up, isn't it?
It's super fucked up.
It's super fucked up. It's so weird.
But listen, the kid was fucked up, dude. So
yeah, he's mental.
It's on par there.
That's what he's gonna do.
Yeah, exactly. It makes sense, and I really like that they he added in small details like that because it's not a huge difference in the movie, in terms of what you're watching, but it completely changes your thought process of what's happening and your whole perception of the movie.
Yeah.
It also makes a lot more sense because in the first one, you don't see how he finds or makes that mask. he comes back when he's older and just kind of has the mask on. We're like, all right, whatever. Like, what's the significance of the mask? Like, why does he wear the mask? You know what I mean? Where now, since you got more of a backstory, you got more information, you're like, okay, that kind of comes full circle. He was wearing that when he did his first, I guess, big murder, I guess, the important one. And that's what he's wearing around for, until he finds it again when he's older.
Yeah. It gives reason to the mask.
Yeah, it literally tells you it's
the whole scene draws up or, leads up to that particular point when he has that mask. That's when Michael Myers is Michael Myers. Like, that scene proved this is where he's going down. Like, this is the road he's going down. We have way more to the movie, but this is the start. I agree with you, Andrew. That scene was well played out.
Yeah, I really liked how he hid that mask and came back for that exact mask.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that was
that's just screwed up. That's
fucking
nuts.
cool.
It was crazy. I mean, the kid was obsessed with wearing masks. When he was older and they showed like his cell, it was just covered walls
Full
of
of masks.
all over the walls were just masks and he had to have.
I'm glad you mentioned like the mental hospital, because the next point I wanted to bring up was why he killed Danny Trejo.
I agree.
I was so fucking
agree.
upset.
I was so mad.
He was nothing but nice to him for
He was
the whole
only
15
nice
years.
person he ever had.
And he crushes his fucking face with a TV.
Yeah.
He
Unnecessary,
killed him brutally.
Dude, he was just trying to help you. He was the only nice person to you for
only one
years.
there for you.
For years. And then you had to kill him. If you're gonna do something, at least hurt him a little bad, but leave him to live. Fucked him up. Just totally fucked him up. I was so mad. I agree. I was so mad. I was watching it and I was just I had to sit up and I was like, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna kill him. He's the only good person you have in your life. You're not gonna kill him, really.
Nope.
And it really made me sad because Danny Trejo is known for playing ruthless killers and badasses.
Mm-hmm.
And in this movie, he decides to play the super nice guy, and guess what
The
fucking
only
happens
nice
to
guy.
him? Murdered.
See ya.
Murdered.
See ya.
Regardless, good or bad. Murdered.
But see, that's what I love about it, though, because that's who Michael Myers is. He's a fucking killer.
He told him to, dude. I'm telling you.
He's a killer.
He's crazy, bro. He's
Guilty.
crazy. I think the thing about the 07 one that also makes it better, or just the fact that having more information makes it better. When I watched the first one, I was really curious why he was going after Laurie. You had no idea. They didn't tell you that was his little sister. Anything. He was just kind of stalking her, trying to kill her, killing all her friends. I had no idea. The entire movie. That was my biggest takeaway from the original. Why? I said, why is any of this happening? You didn't tell me why. All you showed was him murdering one sister, a boyfriend, and then he goes to jail, or the asylum, I guess, the hospital, and then he breaks out, and then is just chasing this girl around. They don't tell you anything. We're in the second one, you see that he has a baby sister. Do they even reference a little sister in the original one? I don't think so.
No, they don't.
I didn't think so.
You have no idea that there's a little sister in the first one.
Yeah, you have no idea. So in the second one, you have that background of he has a little sister, and then I think it's Loomis who also who admits to, I think, the sheriff. He's like, well, that's his little sister. That's why he's back. He's here to finish the family job, or make it a bloody family reunion, I think he says. I think that's also just why the 07 one's better. You actually know why any of it's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the second Halloween, the original one in that series, is where you find out that Laurie is his sister.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I
think you're right.
Don't remember.
I don't know.
Me and my uncle were talking about this last night, because I watched the 78 one last night and I watched the 07 one on Monday. So I watched it kind of flip-flopped. So going into the 78 one, even though I haven't seen it in years, so I forgot. but I knew that Lori was his sister. So that whole time it was already in my brain.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that going in.
Me neither.
But
Jamie
there was, like-
Lee Curtis trying to play a high schooler was the most asinine thing. And and those other chicks too, they look like they're in their mid-20s.
Yup.
How do you expect them to be passed off as high schoolers? That doesn't make sense to
I
me.
agree.
That was the first thing I said watching the movie.
It didn't look right.
I looked at my uncle and I was like, do they really fucking expect me to think Jamie Lee Curtis is a fucking high schooler?
Dude, in my notes, I ended up crossing it out. But I literally wrote, it was the scene where Tommy, the little boy, like runs up to her in the original one. I literally wrote, why is this little kid walking and now talking with this grown woman? And then when she was like, oh, I'm babysitting, and someone was like, oh, you're going to like the high school dance or whatever, I was like, high school? That's a grown woman. That is a grown woman with a legitimate job.
She also has a voice just as deep, if not deeper, than the three of us.
She has a deep
Fair.
voice. She
Fair
has
point.
a deep voice.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about. That's a fair point.
I'll beat the living shit out of you.
Sounds like the fucking Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah.
Wait, did you just say burger, bro?
Yeah.
Burger, bro!
bro.
Shout out Ricky.
Shout out Ricky.
Ricky over at Rockefellers. I hope you're fucking listening, handsome.
I hope Ricky listens to this, dude. I love that
Me
kid.
too.
Fucking better.
Miss that guy.
Nah, I fucking doubt it, dude. I don't think he listens to this. I wish he did.
I hope so. Tell him.
Ricky, if you're out there listening, I hope
Yeah,
you
just
listen. I
tell
hope
him.
you-
Tell him that
Tell
we're.
him,
You gotta. I
just
mean,
tell
now you have
him.
to tell him that we were talking about him now.
I know, I'm gonna, because he needs to listen to this. I hope he's working tomorrow night, so I'll tell him.
Ricky, when you listen to this, I miss you, buddy, and I hope everything's going well. I do.
Ricky. I fucking love that kid.
Oh man. But back to the movie. Something else, at least a little, I guess, thing that they said in the second one, well, also in the first one. In the first one, when Loomis is talking about, I forget who he's talking to, but he was like, I was his doctor for years, and he never said a word. In the second one, or the 07 one, I know why they did it. It was, for more information, more background. But like they have conversations. Like his mom's there all the time. Like he talks to her. He talks to like, obviously, the janitor, the guard. Talks to the doctor all the time, at least for a little bit until he kills the nurse, which is also kind of fucked up. But
And right after
was
that
just something
happens,
that I
I'm pretty
noticed.
sure that mom killed herself as well.
Yeah,
Right after the nurse.
right after.
Yeah, pops her head off. They said.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was just one thing that kind of popped into my mind. I was like, huh, you said that he didn't speak at all in any of your meetings. Now you're just talking to him all the time. But I mean, again, I get why they did it. It's all background and stuff.
Yeah.
Information.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. One thing I really liked about the first movie was the way it started. Like the very, very like beginning of the first scene, how it started with the POV camera, how the whole first scene was.
I think the whole
It's just one
I think
shot.
the whole camera, how it's like
Yeah, and it's
circling
one
the
shot.
house.
One
kind
shot.
of.
It's one shot.
I agree.
that
That was like my
I
first or
really
second
liked.
note.
And the audio was also POV because I sat there, I fucking snatched the remote from my uncle and I turned up the volume so much because I heard that there was dialogue when we were outside of the window watching the sister and the boyfriend like making out. And I grabbed the thing. I'm like, why the fuck can't we hear this? Why is the DVD fucking acting stupid? And I turn it up, and then my uncle goes, oh, wait. They were outside. So that's probably why. They're probably trying to make it seem as if you're also outside. And I was like, that
Yeah.
is so smart. You're
Get
intelligent.
through the point of view of Mike Myers.
You're so smart.
Because I just fucking grabbed it. I started fucking hucking up the volume.
I would have done the same thing. I would have just held
hear.
it down max volume. I would have done the exact same thing.
Yeah, but I really liked that. I did think that when he killed his sister, though, it was so cheesy and bad, and she was just kind of screaming as if she was having like bad sex or something.
Oh, in the first one, yeah, her death
Yeah.
was kind of weird.
It was
She
awful.
died. She died kind of weird.
She did an awful job acting like she was
Yeah, it was weird.
awful job.
She kind of like flopped and died, and then she just kind of laid there. Like, she was fine, and then quick jerk it and flop, and then was just kind of dead. And I was like, that's not how people die. Come on, it's not real. But
Yeah, I really like that whole POV camera work. I
The
thought that
first
was really
person
good.
too, dude.
Yeah, I love that. I also I have a question.
hit me.
It's not really a question. I wrote it down as a question on the paper because I just had this question pop into my fucking head when I was watching the
Fair
movie.
enough. I write down questions
How
on my
in the
notes.
78 version, how the fuck did those girls drive around for like 3 hours being followed the whole fucking time
Without
and
being,
not notice?
yeah, not noticing.
Didn't notice
And
in the
and
slightest.
they were high. So like paranoia off the charts, I would imagine, and you're still
Like,
not
hey,
watching
that
your back.
car's been following us.
Dude, I would have fucking
Yeah.
when I'm sober, I'm constantly looking in the rear view. And I don't know why, because I'm a fucking nobody. Who the fuck's gonna follow me?
Yeah, who's trying to kill me? You know.
Who's trying to kill
And I'm
me?
constantly looking in the rear. But these broads, first, know that at least one of them saw that they were being like kind of stalked at one point. Previous. Gets high and is paranoid because they just saw the cop father, but still doesn't decide to look behind them the whole few hours they were driving around smoking. Really?
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. That pissed me off. I was like, how? How?
Yeah.
Stupid broads.
I was like, just look, like, just have common sense. Like, look behind you. Like, you know he's there.
Just
I don't
look.
know.
Just
Call your
look.
dad. Call the sheriff of police.
Call
Like,
your police
I'm sure
father.
you have the other police officers like numbers. Like, just like I don't know, take a left and a right and a left. Like, try to lose them. They just
Drive in
drove.
a fucking circle and see if he's behind you. Take 4
Literally.
lefts. If he's still behind you after you're banging 4 lefts or 4 rights, I wonder what that person's doing.
Curious.
This ain't New York. It's not a
Wonder
grid
what that
system.
man wearing a mask is doing, following me for 4 straight left turns. Like, what? You just
Who cares? I'll just keep driving.
One,
like, what are you fucking
how
dumb?
how does he
Jamie
learn
Lee
how to drive
Curtis.
when he was 10 years old and put in the can?
Dead ass, dude. Bro, dead ass.
He just gets in the car and somehow knows how to drive. He knows how to
Yeah.
shift gears and drive away. How?
GTA level 1.
But dude,
GTA
like
character
literally,
level
he
1.
went in there at 10 years old, came out at what, 25, something like that. It was like 15 years
24, 25,
or
yeah.
something like that. But yeah, just comes out and he's like, yeah, no, like I'm good to go drive 100 miles away. Had to get on the highway. What to
Doesn't even know
drive?
how to get there.
Dead ass. How the?
One,
There's no chance he
no
can read
fucking
street
GPS.
signs.
There's no GPS. 2, I doubt he knows how to read a map, considering he was institutionalized at such a young age. And 3, I'm sure he barely knows how to fucking read, considering he's been locked up for so long and he's such a fucking
Fair.
weirdo making masks all the time.
Fair. It makes no sense how he knows how to drive.
Yeah.
And also in the 07 one, they don't even tell you how he got back there. There's no scene where he takes a car, right?
No, yeah, I assumed he walked. That's what
Literally,
Me
all
too.
of a sudden, it went from the jail where he breaks out, and then it's back to him. It's Lori and the girls like in school or whatever, and he's just like staring at him. How'd he get there?
I feel
Did he
like
fucking hail a cab? Like, what do you like? What?
Come hither.
You call an
definitely-
Uber? Like, what? Like, how'd he get there?
Imagine he just hops in the Uber with the mask on, doesn't say a word for the hour and a half drive.
Doesn't
it
say a
takes to go to
word. Like, it didn't make any sense.
No, it didn't.
Like-
I do have to say, him driving around with the mask on. When he drove by the first time down the street with the girls walking, and you just see him staring with the mask on.
So
I
funny.
laughed out loud. That was
so funny.
funny.
Dude, that was hilarious. Oh my god, that was so funny.
I was so happy watching that happen.
It's hilarious, dudes. Just imagine seeing that. A guy with a mask just slowly driving by, staring at your
Fucking
ass.
put a mask on and just drive around staring at people.
Deadass. Buy a Michael Myers mask and then just drive around saying,
I fucking have one downstairs somewhere.
you should have worn it for the interview. Or for the pod. You know the original Michael Myers mask was a Will Shatner mask that they just kind of whited out.
I mentioned that a few episodes ago.
Did you?
Yeah, I brought it up on this podcast before.
Interesting.
I know that for a fact.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure, unless I talked about it pre-show or post-show, I definitely talked about it while we were on this, though.
Fair enough, I believe you. But yeah, that's always something I'm like, hey.
William Shatner.
That's Will Shatner. Shout out Captain Kirk.
Dude, it's so funny. I love that. I think it's so funny that Captain Kirk is now a psychopathic killer.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. When this is just one stupid thing that I wrote down that I noticed from the original movie. When he is back in town and he goes to the sister's grave, like her burial, like in the cemetery,
That's
the whole in the original one wasn't okay. That makes my point even better with where I'm going with this. The hole that he, I don't know, built, like dug, or like the spot, far too small to fit a casket and or an adult-sized woman. It was just the one thing I noticed. I was like, that's tiny.
Buddy, you're dumb.
Dude, the hole was like
No, you're dumb. Do you want to know what that hole is for? The fucking tombstone, you fucking idiot. JC, did you know this?
Interesting.
I was supposed to say it's not. It doesn't seem big enough for a body.
In the original one, don't they show a tombstone in the original one? They show it.
Yeah.
They show a tombstone.
You know where they show the tombstone? In someone's bed with a dead person in the bed. After he took it.
Well, no, I knew that. I knew
like
that.
An hour into the movie.
Even in that first scene where they go to go by the grave.
No,
they show you a tombstone.
No tombstone. The guy goes, "Fucking kids playing pranks, blah blah blah," and you hear the doctor go, "He's back."
Well, they do that in both of them.
Yeah,
Dude, yeah, it's the exact same scene in both of them.
That doctor was strange in the first one.
Dude, I could have sworn they showed a tombstone.
Yeah, I didn't like him as much in the 78 version as I did in the 2007
I didn't like him in the 78 version because you didn't really know who he was. It's the same thing. You had more information on him. You had his backstory that he actually cared about Michael and showed like he was kind of a cool person in the 07 one.
He also looks cooler. Sorry to whoever actor that is if you ever listen.
Sorry, buddy, but you're
if
ugly.
You're even still alive. I don't know.
I hope so.
60. This guy's like 90 now if he's alive.
Yeah, I mean, I would say he was even probably pushing upper 60s to 70 in the first one, 40 years ago.
But yeah, Samuel from 07, he was a savage. I liked that guy. I liked his accent. His voice was majestic. Listening to him speak, it sounded like he could talk over National Geographic and I could just fall asleep. Fucking baby.
Oh, it's fantastic. So soothing.
You ever just get people whose voices are just like angels? Dude, I met this last weekend. This chick had the voice of a fucking angel. I straight up told her, I was like, just keep talking to me. I told her, I keep coming over here.
Just keep talking to me. Just keep talking to me.
Yeah, some lady from Kentucky. She had that soft southern accent.
Interesting.
She had the perfect voice, and I was like, just keep talking to me. My ears, they just feel good.
They just feel good. They just feel good. Damn. You know what name we don't hear a lot anymore?
What?
Linda. I feel like I don't know a Linda that's our age.
At my internship, I actually shadow a woman named Linda.
I know adult women named Linda. Like I have an aunt. I have
She's
an
like
aunt.
4
Yeah, I
years
have
old.
an aunt named Linda too.
Yeah, but like I don't know anybody like our age named Linda.
This chick
That's
is like
just
4 years older than us. I
Yeah, I don't
know
know anyone either.
my friend's sister, my old friend. I don't talk to this kid anymore, but his little sister, she's a couple years younger than us. Her name's Linda. So,
interesting. I have never met another Linda that's our
are there
age.
any other Lindas? I think all the other Lindas I know are older. But those are the 2 Lindas around our age I know.
Interesting.
Nice.
Interesting. Yeah, it was just something that I wrote down. I was like, huh, Linda. You don't see that. You don't see that too often anymore.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I really can't believe that you thought that little hole was for a casket.
Dude, I swear to God, that was my genuine. I was
I
like,
really
that is
can't believe
entirely
that.
too small of a hole to fit a whole casket. I said that girl that he murdered was at least 16, so she has to be at least over 5 feet. That hole was about a foot in diameter. Like, there's no chance.
They
And,
do
like,
shove her in there,
It was
dude.
6 inches
I
deep.
said not a chance, dude.
They just shove her in there.
Sticking your dick in the soil and calling it a dick.
Oh my God, dude, I was so confused. Whatever. It's my official take, and I'm standing by it.
The theme song for this movie.
Legendary.
Iconic. Iconic.
Legendary song.
Legendary.
Absolutely
You
iconic.
hear that song and you know what it is.
It's
Like,
Halloween.
you know what
No.
the fuck's about to happen.
Even
Yep.
people that haven't watched the movie will probably know what that song is.
They'll at least be able to be like, oh, that's from one of the horror movies.
Yeah.
They know. Like,
Most
It
people
is
should
just
know.
It's just so classic. I don't know. It's just there's something about it that makes it
Legendary, iconic. So good. It's fantastic.
so damn good, man.
But my favorite thing in the whole of the 78 movie was the scene when Annie is walking Lindsay to Tommy's house and Michael is behind his car, like the car he stole, and you just see him pop up. The sound effect when he pops up was just so perfectly funny to me. I thought it was amazing. I laughed so hard. Just the sound. I don't know.
what it was.
The sound effect reminded me of like a Transformers type thing, and I just thought it was fucking hysterical.
Oh my God.
That
I
was
don't even
just a
know if I
very
remember what it
small
was.
thing that made the whole movie so much better for me. But what's it called? Also, regarding that almost same scene that happened right after, if you notice, that car is in that scene just about right in front of Tommy's house. And then right after he goes to stalking Annie when she gets back to Lindsay's house. But the car somehow magically moves from in front of Tommy's house back to by Michael's like original house. And the doctor sees it there.
Yeah, like
But
how the
he
hell
was
was that?
stalking Annie that whole time, and
Yeah,
then
like he was
Linda
occupied.
and
How'd
the
that
other
car
chick,
get over there?
How did
the
it?
other
Yeah,
guy.
exactly.
Yeah, my uncle pointed, and he's watched this movie a bunch of times, and he was like, "That's the first time I ever picked up on that." And I was like, I didn't even kind of pick up on that. That's weird.
Interesting. I don't even think I
Huh.
did pick up on it until you
Me
just
neither.
noticed
But-
it. Yeah, until you just brought it up. I don't think I really
Holy
picked it
shit!
It's weird when you find
What
things
the
like that in
hell?
movies where they kind of fuck shit up, because that has to be a fuck up.
Yeah,
up. It has to be.
screw up in the fucking
Either a fuck up
scenes.
or they're just like, no one will notice.
Or they were just lazy.
Too bad I fucking noticed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well, not
we
me.
notice because we're intellectuals. Like we
No
notice
soul.
the shit.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Stupid
I mean,
idiots.
we didn't. I
Smart.
mean, JC, we didn't notice this.
we didn't
We
notice.
just told it, but whatever.
Look
We
at
don't
me.
have to tell anybody that.
Smart.
We knew that. I picked that up the
Wicked
first time I watched it.
smart.
Obviously.
Obviously, dude.
Well,
They were fucking lazy, dude, when they made those scenes, dude. They were fucking lazy. But I
Great.
agree. I did not notice that. Wow. Huh. I may have to go look at that again.
Huh. When I was watching the second one, how we mentioned earlier how when he's younger he puts the mask on. I think the mask is almost scarier on a child than it is on the adult. I think it looks fucking weird when it's on a child.
On a small body.
Well, not even the kid was kind of chunky, dude, but it was just like such a small body to have this mask on. I was like, ugh, like this is kind of creepy. I was like, this is weird. This is a child with a knife covered in blood with just a mask on. I was like, this is weird. It gave me a weird feel. Ugh.
I want to. Hold on. You guys talk. I need to look up how big the guy that played Michael Myers was in the second one.
Oh, he had to be at
He was
least.
massive.
He was massive.
There was an
Easily minimum 6'5". Minimum 6'5".
No,
I was
he's
gonna
bigger than
say.
6. I'm pretty sure he's bigger than 6'6" because Rob Zombie's 6'6", and Rob Zombie said that this guy makes him look small.
Was he 6'8" then?
No, he's got to be close to 7.
Let's see. Halloween 2007 cast. Oh, I typed 3007. Whoops.
Tyler Main.
Oopsies.
He's like 6'5".
I'm gonna guess 6'6".
He's 6'9".
He's 6'9".
Oh my god.
He's 6'9", 295. This guy's a fucking tank.
He's a beast, dude. Holy shit.
He's a retired professional wrestler. His name is Tyler Main.
Dude, what a tank.
He also played Sabretooth in the X-Men and Ajax in Troy. I have not seen Troy.
Wait, I think I found a picture of the two of them, older and younger Michael. Can you guys see that?
Holy shit, he's huge.
He's massive.
He's massive.
Yeah,
That
that's a
dude.
massive human being.
Jesus.
Good pick for Michael
That
Myers.
man was built like a fucking house.
That man's big.
I mean, dude, he was just
absolute
running
unit.
through people, just towering over them when he was in his cell, dude. When people kept coming in, dude, he was just massive. I think I wrote that down.
Dude,
I was like, damn, this dude gets huge.
that scene.
I literally wrote, he's huge when he grows up.
Can we talk about that scene for a second? Because that scene was so fucked up.
Oh, the second one when you see the two genders, they keep trying to rape that girl. Yeah, fucked up.
That
And then they
scene
do
was
rape her
so
in
fucked
front of
up.
Michael. Super fucked up.
Big
Yeah.
mistake.
I was like, dude, like these two are just going around like raping inmates.
And you know what the worst part was? You know Michael killed all 3 of them?
Did he kill her? I wasn't sure if
He
he killed her.
definitely did. He killed everybody else, including Danny Trejo. You know he definitely killed that chick, too.
Dude, he just
I
wanted
mean,
to kill.
I don't think they show you, but
No, they
I mean,
don't. But
you definitely,
you know,
he probably,
You can
There's
imply
no way
that
he left anybody alive.
No,
yeah,
no
not
way.
a chance.
The
I don't
only
know.
people
Or
alive
Jim-
would be whoever's locked in their cells.
Yeah, even the receptionist died, who just wasn't even involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even she got like fucked up, like bleeding everywhere, fucked up.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you know
that
he
was
killed that
just-
chick, too. Even though they didn't show it, you know he did.
Mhm.
Just because
Yeah.
that's who he is.
I was happy he beat the fuck out of those two guys, though. I mean, he just beat the fuck out of them, which
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
was
I was so happy.
incredible.
Those
I was
guys
like,
are
yeah,
dickbags.
like these motherfuckers deserve it.
Oh, they did for sure.
What'd you think about the scene in 07 when the guy's sitting on the toilet?
Dude, that was so funny. I was like,
No,
damn,
knocks on the
this
fucking-
man, he's at like the gas station.
Oh, yeah.
And the dude's,
He
just,
knocks on the
dude's
fucking
just trying to take a deuce.
stall.
He's just pounding on the door. He's like, listen, buddy, I just had like whatever, like
Tacos,
tacos
dude.
and
Had
stuff.
tacos.
He's like, to let me get this out. And then he just bangs on the door again. And then just fucks him up.
Fucks him
his
up.
day.
Man.
Dude, like, talk about a day ruiner, dude. You're just trying to take a deuce and this dude literally kills you. Like, come on.
That was so funny.
It was hilarious, dude.
What was that guy had a funny name, didn't he?
I think you're right. I forget what it is, though.
Yeah, me too. I forget.
Motherfucker, dude, that guy did have a funny name. I know he did, cause did I make note of it?
Back to the internet.
Back
I
to
did
Google.
make note of it.
Here we go. Ooh, that's not right.
You looking it up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
While you look it up, so I just skipped back to my notes about the Halloween 2007, and the first thing I wrote down was how was he able, the kid Mike Myers, how was he able to tape down Ronnie when
Yeah.
he was asleep in the
Like-
chair and not wake him up?
Exactly. Like, how do you tape someone while they're
Like
sleeping?
that was a
and they don't
lot
wake-
fucking tape.
That was
So-
so much tape, dude.
so
I thought
much
he was
tape.
only gonna do his mouth and then slit real fast. I didn't
He did the
expect him
whole
to literally
body.
tape down
He
everything.
taped
and then
everything,
cut-
and the guy didn't wake up.
Yeah, and then sliced and stabbed the shit out of him.
That scene was epic. That scene was
Yeah.
pretty epic. He just sliced his throat, dude.
The guy's name, the character's name, Big Joe Grizzly.
Yeah, Joe Grizzly. That's what
Joe
it
Big
was.
Joe Grizzly. Hell yeah.
Yo, what's
Should've
up, Big
fun.
Joe?
Big Joe.
Big Joe.
No, it's not just Big Joe. It's Big Joe.
Big
Grizzly.
Joe Grizzly.
Have
Big
to add the
Joe
Grizzly. The Grizzly makes it.
Grizzly.
Big
Grizzly.
Joe Grizzly.
But also other question I had watching that first scene. He alternates. He kills Ronnie with a knife, grabs a baseball bat, bashes his sister's boyfriend's head in with a baseball bat,
Beats the shit out of him.
and then switches back to the knife and stabs his sister.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, why'd
Why
you
don't
switch?
you just use the knife the whole time?
I agree. I was like, why'd you switch? It doesn't matter.
No,
But
it doesn't. But it just doesn't.
doesn't.
Make sense.
Curious.
I
Curious
thought
for
that
sure.
was really weird.
I did too. I also picked
It's
up
so
on
much
that.
extra work, but kids.
Stupid kids.
Kids are gonna be kids, I guess.
Imaginations. Yeah, dude, imaginations. Wonder how I'm gonna kill this motherfucker with what weapon? Let's try this.
Yeah, that was so weird. He was just like, "You mean this sharp thing? Nah, I'm just gonna beat his head in with an aluminum baseball bat.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna put a literal,
Biggest-
I'm gonna put a
See if it
literal
works.
dent in his head before I then just smash it to pieces like a
I need
watermelon."
to practice for the home run derby.
That ass, dude.
On this motherfucker's head.
Yeah, I also right after that scene, I thought it was super cool how super creepy too. Time was frozen when they're panning outside the house. You see the cops outside the house and everything. They pan over to the cop car, and then you see Kid Michael, and he's like this, and then he just goes.
Yeah, dude.
That kid did a really
But
good job
everything's
of
still
looking real
frozen.
creepy.
That
did.
kid did a great
A
job.
fantastic
And he's
job.
so young. He did such a good job with that.
He looked so creepy, and I was like, "Damn, this kid is killing it."
He's also one ugly fucking kid. I'm sorry to this kid, but he's one ugly motherfucker.
He was a
he's
little
a
odd
fucking
looking.
star.
That kid's
He's a
got to be
star.
about our age as well.
07? How old do you think that kid was in 07?
Anywhere from 7 to 9.
I don't know. I'm gonna
Seems
guess
like
the kid was
10
like
or
10.
11.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
guess 10 or 11. Actors are
Me too.
normally, even the kid actors are always a little bit older than what they're
Hey.
supposed to be.
hmm Which makes
I'm
sense.
I'm gonna guess 11 or 10 or 11.
Yeah, I agree, Trev.
Could be wrong, but
Yes, Andrew.
I smelled that one
Whatever.
a little bit.
Smell that one.
smell that one a little bit.
I'm looking up how old this. His name is Dag Fersch.
Huh?
Right. Oh,
He's-
that's definitely like Swedish or
He's
something.
25, so he's older than us.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
25 now. That was 13 years ago, so he was 12.
He's-
He was 12.
he went
That makes
from 7
sense.
to- yeah, it
10,
makes
11,
sense.
12, like whatever. He's supposed to be what in the movie? 10?
I don't know how
Like
old he is.
10.
He's
10.
so he's like 10 or 11. It's
Yeah.
about the same age.
Yeah, pretty on par.
That kid was great though. That kid was very good at in his
Yeah,
role.
he did a really good job.
He did
Yeah,
a
'cause
really
that kid
good
is
job.
pretty good.
The kid looks the same now than he does back then.
Yeah, he does.
You're an ugly fucking kid.
Dude, ugly fucking buddy.
Sorry
Weird
to break
looking
it to you.
motherfucker. Look like a motherfucking
Motherfucking ugly ass fucking stupid.
so ugly ass. Damn. Damn.
Danny Trejo said something that really kind of it made me think. He told Michael in one of the scenes when he was in the scene he was cleaning outside his room, and then he like peeks in the window to talk to him. He tells him he has to learn how to live inside of his own head. Because in there are no walls.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to cope with the voices in your head and how to be like, nah, like, I'm not crazy. Like, I'm not gonna kill
When
people.
he said that, I was like, that's just asking him to, like, go crazy.
To go insane.
It's fucking wild.
Because at that point, your sense of reality will be none. Because the only thing true to you is what is in your brain. And not what you're perceiving as reality.
Whoa.
My brain hurts.
Whoa.
My brain
Life.
Michael Myers is coming out of me.
Damn. Another thing that always confused me, or well, now it confuses me even through both of them when I was watching. Why did he want to kill Lori? Like, he let her live in that first scene where he kills everybody in the house because she's a baby. She's not mean to him at all. She doesn't do anything because he kills everybody who's mean to him. She's just a baby. Like, she's just a baby. Like, why does he want to go back after her? I don't understand. Like, why?
He didn't. He didn't want to kill her. Originally. So, if you paid attention, he brings her back to the place, takes his mask off, kneels down, and shows her the picture of him and her as a baby.
Yeah.
And just kneels down in front of her. And she's like, I don't understand. And then she sees that the knife is on the ground. And she's like, oh my god, boy. She keeps trying to talk.
She's like, I want to help you.
And she
then
grabs
goes to
the knife and stabs him right in the fucking neck.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, you stab a psychopath in the neck, he's going to try and fucking kill you.
Yeah, he's be like, okay, you try to kill me, I'm going to kill
After
you.
that, but before that, I think he just wanted to be with her.
Yeah.
Because he loved her so much in the beginning.
Because she caused no harm to him.
That she is the only thing that has any sort of feeling inside of him.
Yeah.
Still.
She's the only thing in his heart.
She was the only thing grounding him to the real world.
She's the only family he has left after he essentially killed all of them.
Yep. Only family.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
yeah, well then answer me this. If that's the reason why he went back, you don't know that in the first one. So if we didn't watch both of them for this, we had only watched the original, and I asked you that same question, why is he going after her? You don't have a reason. Even if in the original one you knew that it was his sister, you still don't have a reason why he's going after her. There's no picture in the original one. No one says that. Why is he going out? Like, what? Why is he going after her?
You have no idea.
You know what I mean?
You have no idea.
That was another thing that I was just like, huh.
Yeah, like in the 78 version, there's no motivations on why he's trying to kill her.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying earlier when I was like, the biggest thing for me was you have no idea.
Yeah, which is why the 07 one. Now that I'm, actually like we're discussing about it, it's making more sense. The 07 one went more in depth with Michael Myers, and
the original one didn't make a whole lot of sense.
Doing the things he's doing.
No, the storytelling in the 2007 version was
Much
so
better.
good.
Good, very good.
Yeah.
I agree.
There's a few scenes early on in the 2007 version where there was absolutely no dialogue. Even though there was like characters speaking, there was no dialogue sound. All it was music, and it was parts where like he was killing people. There was music playing in the background, and you could see mouths moving, but you did not hear any noise besides the music, and I really like that. Because you're essentially separating the sound from what's happening.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Because you're watching something happen, but you're not hearing it happen. All you're listening to is the music.
You said that was when he was going around killing people, right?
I agree.
Yeah, that was before. So this only happened up until he broke out of the mental hospital, I believe. It happened 2 or 3 times. I'm pretty sure it happened when he killed the nurse, and it happened before that as well. I think it happened when he killed some of his family.
Interesting.
I think. But yeah, there's a few scenes where they did not let you hear any dialogue and all you heard was music. And that kind of reminded me, I don't know why it made me think of this, but it kind of reminded me of 2001: A Space Odyssey, just because that movie
My God,
has
great.
very little dialogue and a lot of music.
Yep. The music is
And,
what drives the film, not
and
dialogue.
I agree.
it
I
really
think
made me
music is
think.
a huge part in making movies.
Oh yeah, music is one of
Oh
the
my God,
strongest.
yes.
What makes or breaks a movie is the cinematography and the score.
Music.
The score.
Mm-hmm.
Score.
You can
Yeah.
have I feel like you could have subpar acting, but if the score and the cinematography is on, it's gonna be a good movie, even if you have shitty actors,
I agree.
because you can generate all the mood that you're not getting from those actors. You can generate with the camera angles and the panning and the motion, and with the music. You can generate all that mood with that.
Exactly. It can
It's so
build up
powerful.
tone. It can build up tone within the film.
I agree.
It can also
Music is such a driving force for like emotion and like mood setting. It's crazy.
such a driving force because it can give, so much more meaning to certain scenes and certain characters within the
For
movie
sure.
without even dialogue being spoken, which I think is huge for, movies, and that's why the best movies out there, those scores are just memorable. You know them because they mean so much,
A
And you can
lot of the
say the
best
same with
movies and
Halloween,
series
the
have the
theme.
best
Like
scores.
we said earlier, the Halloween theme is, everyone knows that. When you hear the theme, it's like, oh my God, I know that. Halloween. Or just Halloween in general, the holiday. It's just like, yeah, that's
My
scary
favorite
music.
holiday. I'm so
I
sad
heard
that this
Salem
Halloween,
Ghost.
dude, on Halloween, you know what time I'm closing? What time we are kicking people out of the place?
Like
I'm gonna
probably
let me guess. Let me
eight,
guess. Let me
8
guess.
o'clock. 8 o'clock. Everybody has to be out of the city.
That's ridiculous.
They will have police in the streets kicking people out of the city
Wow,
at
dude.
8
Salem?
on a Saturday night. Halloween.
Wow.
That sucks.
Not trying to be an
You
asshole,
fucking
but those
think
cops better have fun. To some
I
people, I'm
should be
not gonna
working
give
until
it.
3 in the morning on Saturday night. And you know what time I'm scheduled until? 10.
That's a shame, dog. I'm sorry. That's a shame.
You
On
fucking
Halloween,
think?
on
On
Halloween
Halloween.
in Salem, Massachusetts. Like, come on, come
That
on.
Yeah.
sucks, dude.
Yeah.
It sucks. I'm sorry for
All
you,
this
bud.
Rona shit sucks, dude.
Fucking
Yeah,
stupid.
it's killing
Shutting you
everything.
down.
It's killing
Dude, the money
everything.
you're losing out on is crazy.
Oh
You fucking
Crazy.
think?
Dude,
God.
I'm genuinely like I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too,
I
but
feel terrible for you. I
feel
know how
so bad.
important that day is, especially on a Saturday night. I'm
Like out
sorry.
of all days, Halloween was on a Saturday this year, and
You
all the
had
shit.
I
you
know.
had it perfect, and it just fucked you up, dude.
It's true.
It's a shame. I'm so sorry. Genuinely, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Like
Fuck you,
I
Mayor
feel
of
very
Salem.
bad for you.
I just want to give a big
Damn.
fuck you to the Mayor of Salem. I hope you
facts.
fucking listen.
Damn.
Listen to this
Well,
podcast, Mayor of Salem. Come on, come on, buddy.
damn.
She doesn't know what she's doing. Trying to ruin all the businesses in Salem.
Dude,
I
that
voted.
sucks. Huh?
I voted today.
Did you?
I did.
I filled out my
That's not
ballot
bad.
yesterday, and I gave it to one of my friends to go mail, since
You know,
I'm
I've been thinking about going to
in
vote early,
lockdown.
but I don't want to. I want to vote on
It's
election day.
yeah.
I feel like it's just weird not voting on election day.
Fair. I mean, yeah, I would have also liked to vote on actual election day, but I'm not
No,
home.
you
I'm
had to.
not home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys had to mail it
Yeah,
in.
if I
It's
was
okay.
home, yeah.
of course I'd be there. First
Yeah.
hour it opens.
But yeah, I'm going in the morning on Tuesday. I'm definitely voting. Obviously, I think everybody should vote.
Oh yeah, everyone should vote.
Look,
Regardless of who you're voting for,
we're
you
not
have the
talking
right
about
to vote.
politics.
You also have the right to not vote.
Like this
Yeah, I
is
don't want to
about
get
our
politics
country's
involved in this
future.
either.
Like this is
Yeah.
about our country's future. Like voting is so important. Everyone, it's just so important. It doesn't matter who you vote for. It's
And
just so important.
you can't complain about shit if you don't vote.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you didn't at least give it an effort to place your own vote, you can't complain about it. You did
No,
nothing to stop
Fucking
it.
not allowed. You're not allowed.
Yeah, you did nothing to
You
at
did nothing
any
to
point
change
try
anything.
to even.
Yep, you did nothing to try to make a change within the election. You did nothing.
Yeah,
So people who
I don't
complain,
know.
oh, why is he the president and you didn't vote? Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm
I
sorry. It's
agree.
just like
It's
you
it's
need
your
to
right to
vote.
choose not to vote, and I'll respect that. But then don't complain about it.
I won't respect it.
Like
I think
obviously
everybody
people
should
who
vote.
can't vote, like minors, are gonna
My
complain.
brother's not voting, and I think it's stupid.
I think it's.
He turned 18. I think he should go vote, but he doesn't want to, and I don't like that. But whatever.
I mean, that's his right. I'm not gonna listen. You have the right to vote.
I
You
know it's
also
his
have the right
choice, but
not
I
to
don't
vote.
like it. It's the bad choice. He should go vote.
You know, I was talking to my friends about this. Like, we're voting now for our presidents, but when we were 16, we couldn't vote for when Trump and
Mhm.
got
Yeah,
elected.
we couldn't
So
vote.
now we're voting. So whoever's turning 18 now, like, this is your chance to vote for your first president when you're 18.
I agree.
The
Like
first year
I
you
really
can vote.
wanted, I really wanted to vote this year because it was my first. It was the first time I was able to
Yeah.
do it. So I was like, listen, regardless of who I'm gonna vote for, who I think is gonna win, or whatever, I still want to do it just to be like, cool. I voted. Like I
I
did
I mean,
voted.
something. Like I voted.
I
You know what I
voted a
mean?
few times in the past, but not presidential. I mean, only like the local elections and stuff.
Yeah. See, I didn't do any of that. This was my first time actually like
I
filling out a ballot, like voting. So I was like, I want to
And,
do it.
I tell people this, able to vote now at this moment, it just makes me feel so patriotic for some reason, just so American, because I'm able to do it.
I feel more involved.
I
You know
feel
what I
more
mean? That's
involved.
the thing.
Exactly.
I feel like I matter more now. You know what I mean?
It's like no matter what, like yeah, my
better.
vote's one vote,
Listen, nobody
but
cares about me, but in that one moment, I fucking mattered.
you never know. Your last vote could be the determining,
Who
vote
knows?
to
Who
for
knows?
whoever
If
wins,
whoever I voted for wins by one,
and your
maybe it
vote's
was
the
mine.
one.
Listen, who knows? Maybe it was my vote.
Came down to one
I'll
vote.
tell myself it was
You
mine.
know what's sad?
Trump
There's
will
no
be.
possible way it comes down to one vote.
Yeah,
Yes,
it is.
Literally
there's
That
no
is
impossible.
totally impossible.
With the electoral college and all that fucking bullshit.
The electoral
bullshit.
college is such bullshit,
Do
but
we need another
we
revolution?
don't have to get into all the politics and stuff. We don't have to get into that right now. Listen, we can review politics on another
We can
episode.
review.
We're gonna.
We
You say an
can just
essay?
review politics
Review politics in another essay? Is that what you just said?
episode.
I think you said essay. I could have sworn you said essay.
We all need to write 5-paragraph essays, and then we're gonna present to
You
each
write a
other on.
5-paragraph essay.
Okay, I'm
You need
not
a
trying to
3-page
change the
You know,
subject.
an
research paper,
introduction, the 3 body paragraphs, and your
and then your
conclusion.
conclusion. 5-paragraph essay.
About politics.
Yeah, to fuck yourself. 5-paragraph
But everyone,
essays.
we will have a
Let me just write
podcast
whatever I
talking
want.
about all this stuff in the future. So tune in for those.
Hey, so just cause we're on this topic talking about the country and everything, so JC, you might have seen this. Trevor, I doubt you did, but Joe Rogan had Alex Jones on his podcast like a few days ago. I love listening to Alex Jones talk just because he's so smart, one, and he's so crazy, and he's just so fun to listen to and hear the shit he says, because you will not hear the shit he says from anybody else's mouth. And
Yeah.
what's crazy is he's almost always right, which is weird. There's a few things that he's gotten wrong, but if you
He's
really look
human.
into it, he's human, exactly. And there's a very small amount of things that he's gotten wrong, but a lot of the shit that he says, he gets right, and nobody likes to listen to him. Like, he's banned on everything. He's not on YouTube. He's not on Twitter. He's not on anything. He's only on his website. It's like InfoWars or something like that. That's the only thing his show is on. And so it's kind of fucked up that they censor him like that, even
Yeah,
though a
that's
lot of the
stupid.
shit he says tends to be correct, at least the shit that I've heard him say. has been fact checked in the moment by people he's with and confirmed.
Interesting.
Um,
I
But-
gotta take a look at that video with Joe
I
Biden.
was listening to that podcast 2 nights ago, I think, and Joe Rogan is doing a live show on election night,
Really?
and I am definitely fucking tuning in.
I'm
because
tuning
that is
in for
gonna be
that, dude.
awesome.
Definitely
It's
gonna
live
tune
on
in for that.
YouTube.
Interesting. They're just doing a live talk. He's just
So
gonna
it's gonna be
kinda.
him and some other people. Alex Jones said he was gonna pop in, so that's gonna be funny.
Oh my God! If he could if he could be the spokesperson for the debates, imagine Joe Rogan as the spokesperson for the
Dude,
debates.
Joe Rogan should
There
be the
were
mediator
rumors.
for all
There was
debates. I know.
rumors Trump.
There
You
were
know, I
rumors
wanted-
before the last
So-
one, or maybe even before the second one.
No, so it was right after the first one.
Yeah, it was
if
right
not
after the first one.
before the first one. So he was on a podcast with, his name was Tim Ferriss, I believe.
Something
I
like
forget
that.
his name. He
Yeah, I
was
think
on a
yeah.
podcast with a guy military guy, martial artist, all that stuff. This guy, super cool guy. But he was on the podcast, and that guy brought up how Joe Rogan should mediate the debate. They should sit down in his studio or any studio with just the four of them.
Just them. Yeah, just
Joe
them.
Rogan, Jamie, the producer for his show,
Trump Biden.
and Trump and Biden. And they should have a 3 or 4 hour long conversation mediated by Joe, one of the most unbiased in conversation people I have ever heard speak, because he will
agree.
play he plays the best devil's advocate.
He does. He definitely does.
Even if he doesn't believe something, he will play the perfect devil's advocate for something he doesn't believe in, just to get the point from all aspects. He does
he
such a good
listens.
He
job.
wants to get all the information.
Exactly. He listens. He listens to people talk, you know? So
Yeah.
when other people give him information, he'll give back like what they just said and other information he knows, and tries to make the conversation that they're talking about, further, He just listens and listens. He doesn't interrupt. He doesn't, no, you're wrong. He doesn't do any of that. He's just a normal guy, a respectable guy who just listens. And I love that about him,
Yeah. And I think, dude, we would have such a better understanding of both of these candidates if we had them sit down for 3-4 hours straight 2 to 3 times and have debates.
Yeah.
Like
An hour and a half is just not enough time.
It's just
it's
not,
not
no, it's
nearly
not.
enough time.
2
They
minutes
get
for
cut
each
off
spokesman.
literally they get
They
like
need to
5
be
minutes.
2 minutes to speak.
They can't even spit out their whole thought, and then they're getting yelled at to stop. And it happens to all of them.
This year they also didn't get to do their opening statements. Did you notice that? Or at least the
Yep.
first one.
They weren't able to.
I only watched the first one
I
live.
watched.
And
They
then
were
I saw
not
like
able
clips
to do
of
the
the
opening
the
statements.
second and third one. But when I watched the first one, yeah, there was no opening statements, and I was like, "You're like that's the time where they get most of their stuff out because that's like a 15-minute just monologue where they can just kind of go off about what they kind of want to get out there, and then they can answer questions more directly." That's why like when people were complaining in the vice president one, when people were like, "Oh, like Pence wasn't like answering questions," like that one. But I'm
I did.
assuming there was
We
just things
talked
that he
about
really
that
wanted
one.
to get out that he wasn't given a lot of time, so he made those the
Yeah,
priority.
no.
And then
So-
it was gonna circle back around, but he didn't have time. If you
Didn't
give
have time.
if you
Yeah,
give
no,
them
that's
either
exactly what
more
happened.
time, or if you give them either more time per question, or you just let them do their opening statements this year, everything would have been totally fine.
Everything
Dude,
was
I
Also,
think
yeah,
he was.
exactly.
I think it happened twice. There was 2 questions Pence was asked, but he got cut off literally 10 seconds before,
Oh, yeah,
so that
dude.
the lady could ask him this question. So he would try and speak over her, and then when he couldn't anymore, he let her ask the question, and then he would just continue with the thought he just had, because you can't just leave out half a thought, because then you don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
You have no
can't-
idea what they mean,
And too,
and
it's like
therefore
you
you're an
can't.
uninformed voter.
Exactly, because you can't cut off as well. You can't cut off someone from what they were just talking about and be like, okay, you were just talking about this, but now we need to talk about this. It's like, no, you don't let me finish talking about this. I'm gonna finish talking about this, so then we can move on to talk about the next subject. But that's the thing; they don't give them enough time to talk about or finish what they're saying, and it's getting to the point where it's like, how is that gonna work out in the future? Debates.
It stinks.
How is that gonna make Americans,
It doesn't work.
oh, let me listen to what they
Exactly. You
have to
have to give them
say.
more time.
Exactly. You need more time for the debaters, those politicians to speak, so the Americans can hear more. Not 2 minutes. Like that's
Agree.
absurd. That's absurd. 2
They
minutes.
should really do a Reddit Ask Me Anything. That's what all these presidential candidates should do.
Little Ask FM.
Ask
A
FM.
little AMA.
But do you guys want to hear something funny
Yes.
/ cool about the vice president debate and what happened?
Yeah.
Do you remember that fly that landed on Pence's head?
Yeah.
It's a robot. It wasn't a real fly. I saw a video on.
No.
Dude, I'm telling you, I saw a video on Twitter. It's this dead ass company, and they get hired to like distract or like make people not listen to things. Remember when a fly landed on Hillary Clinton's eyebrow during one of the debates too?
No, I don't.
That
I
happened.
remember
It was the
that.
same company, bro. They have people like you have to like learn how to, I guess, fly it or whatever. But sorry, I'm looking on Twitter for it right now. Literally, it's just a company, and let me see if I can find a good still
I
shot.
don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I will send you the
This
video.
is a-
I will send you the video
This is a
right now.
crock of horse shit.
I'll
I
send you
don't
the
know,
video
'cause
right now. You can see
hearing about
everything.
that,
It's
now-
crazy.
This is what Trev just said. It's making me think a little more about it because like that fly flew on his head when
Dude,
Mike.
and it just sat there. You'd think of him moving around the
JC,
fly
you
would.
just cut out really bad. We didn't hear half the
Did
shit
I?
you said.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't
sorry.
hear the last half of what you just said.
Oh no, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I was just saying, like that fly flew on Pence's head right when they asked him about the race issue in this country.
Literally.
Exact timing, and it's just like he had nothing
And then
to say
people
about it, and then the
stopped
fly
listening.
flew on his head.
Yeah, Andrew, I just sent you the. I just sent it to you, Jason. I'm sending it to you right now. But yeah, watch this. Watch the video later. It's like a minute and a half, and
I'll definitely watch that later.
yeah.
Oh God, my computer.
But yeah, that fly robot.
15%.
But yeah,
Bullshit. I don't believe it, but I need to watch this video.
whatever. Yeah. Oh well. Back to the movie. You guys got any more thoughts on the movie? Forgot what we were talking about for a minute.
I do not.
Yes. There's one quote that I thought was fucking amazing.
Let's hear it.
It's the best quote of the movie. It's the best quote of the fucking movie.
I hope it
So-
was it from 07?
Yep, it's from 07. And it's from Samuel, the doctor.
Oh, okay.
And it's when he's walking with the dude in the graveyard, and the guy mentions about how there was a doctor that wrote a book about Michael Myers, this, that, whatever, and
He goes,
you just
"Yeah,
hear
I heard
Samuel
it
go,
was really-"
no, he goes, and I quote, I read that book. It was a masterpiece.
Yeah, dude, I just heard that too. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, "Ah, boy, way to hype up your own book."
Well, he said it so perfectly. It was perfect timing and everything, and I was like, "That's amazing." That's some shit I would say if someone was
Oh,
ever
that was
talking about
hilarious,
me
dude.
writing a book and they didn't know it was me next to them who wrote that book. That's the exact same shit I would say. I'd be like, "Yep, I read that book,
Yeah,
and it
I
was
heard that.
fucking amazing."
It was fantastic. I thought that was so funny. Yeah, I heard that too.
But what were you about to say with a quote? You had a quote?
Well, I don't know if I can say it. I'm not trying to get canceled for saying something that's not PC. You know what I mean?
Hold on.
I'm trying to get
Hold on.
canceled.
So, Ben fucking Shapiro just said P word instead of pussy. So, you
That
can
guy's
just
so-
say, you can like kind of paraphrase.
Honestly, I don't really give a fuck. It's in the 2007 one, and she goes, they're talking about those boys, and the girl goes, "Isn't he retarded?" And she goes, "Well, he's not like short bus retarded." It's so bad to laugh at, but it was so funny. It caught me so off guard. I was like, I looked down at my phone for like a split second, and I hear, "Well, he's not like short bus retarded."
That's
Dude, I spit my water out. I was like, "There's no way that she just said that." I thought it was like it's not so, like I'm sorry if anybody is offended by that, but that was fucking funny, dude.
That's hilarious.
I mean, it was fucking funny.
Who said that?
It was they were talking. It was the Lori and her friend. I think Annie says it because she's talking how like she was talking to that boy about. She was like, "Oh, I was talking to whatever boy about you," and she goes, "Aren't those kids like?" I heard his friends called him retarded, and she goes, "Well, he's not short bus retarded."
That's what...
Again, sorry if anybody doesn't like the word retarded, but it just caught me off guard, and I thought it was funny. Yeah, that's really the last note that I had. I had one more note. Well, two kinda. At the very end of the 2007 one, way more realistic that he actually like captures her and takes her somewhere. Where in the first one she just keeps fighting him off, and they keep going from house to house as they keep fighting off. Way more realistic that this 6'9", 300-pound guy actually captured this teenage girl. Way more realistic. Also, again, with the size of the two people, he tackles her off of the balcony of the house, and she gets up first, and it's just like, nah, like I'm cool. You're telling me this defensive end motherfucker didn't just like land and was just like, that fucking hurt, and then got up. He knocked himself out and stayed down longer than she did after tackling her. He tackled her. He landed on her.
No.
Balcony?
She landed on him. They. If you saw that scene when she shows him on top of her, or her on top of him. So he would have broken her fall a bit because that's a big fucking guy. He's gonna absorb a lot of that.
Yeah,
Obviously, she's still gonna
big
fucking
ass
feel it.
cushion. But still,
that
I was
guy
like,
would've-
bro, you're massive, and you're the one that's down. Like, come on.
Well, that's also after multiple gunshots and being stabbed. Think about that as well.
Fair. I love that in both movies.
Shot by a 357 too. That thing will blow a hole in a person.
Yeah.
Blow your arm
If
off.
if anybody knows guns, a 357 revolver will blow a fucking hole in somebody. That's essentially the equivalent of having a handheld shotgun, like a pistol shotgun.
Pow pow. Pow, pow,
That
pow,
thing
pow,
is
pow,
so
pow.
powerful.
Get out. Boom, 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 boom.
Skaratada!
Gra-ta-ta-ta.
Wait.
But yeah, I think those
all
were,
these noises, all these noises made me think of the 1,000 Miles version, like with all the guns. It was like boom, 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 boom. That's the grenade launcher.
boom, 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 boom. That's a grenade launcher. Boom, boom,
Pew, pew,
boom.
pew, pew. That's the silencer.
Oh,
If
man.
anybody knows what I'm talking about, that video is one of my favorites. I hope some people in the audience know what I'm talking about. Or they're uncultured.
Uncultured
Swine.
losers.
Fucking swine.
Damn. But yeah, I think that's all the notes I wanted to bring up on the 07 one. Do I have anything else on like I kind of just said, one of the notes I had on the 78 one was just him constantly getting back up is awesome. It's a real football guy move right there.
I love how he just kind of sits straight up too.
Yeah, he's just
Okay.
like, what's up? It looks
You
like
know,
the
it
Undertaker.
reminds me-
Dude,
Dude, that's exactly what I was about to say. I was about to ask if you guys were ever watching wrestling because he looked like the Undertaker getting up.
bro, it was like when Kane used to do it sometimes. Because Kane had a weird mask on too back in the day.
Kane would wear
And
the
then
mask.
he would just be like, "What's up? I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm not
No
dead."
harm done.
Speaking of wrestling, I've been watching wrestling recently, and it's actually
Have
super
you?
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been
remember
watching
not
Monday
this summer,
Night
but
Raw.
last summer, me and you were hanging out at my house watching WWE that one night.
Were we? I don't fucking
Yeah,
remember.
we were.
Of course we were.
Yeah, we were having some greens. We were having some greens, and we were like,
We're healthy
dope.
kids.
There's wrestling on. I think it was SmackDown. And we watched the whole thing from start to finish.
That's
People don't
amazing.
do drugs.
Dude, I was big into WWE back in the day. I went to a
Me
Royal
too, dude.
Rumble.
You lucky son of a bitch.
It was at the Garden, dude.
Boys had to go
I
use
always-
El Baño. So
I-
keep talking.
Okay. Enjoy. I always wanted to go watch wrestling in person when I was a kid because I was so into it.
Dude,
I
yeah.
had somewhere between 40 and 50 action figures. I had the video
Obviously.
game. I would
I had
watch
the big ass. I had the
all
whole
of the
thing.
things. Dude, I love the WWE. I'm so jealous that you went.
I
You
was big
fucking
into it,
bitch.
I will say I only watched Raw. I also watched NXT when it first started for a little bit.
I didn't.
But
I
yeah,
never.
I went
watched
to
NXT,
a
watched-
Royal Rumble. I think I went to one or two actual like Monday Night Raw episodes. Like I was actually there when it was at the Garden. And then during the week or the days that they don't have like the real events, they do like smaller events at much smaller venues. And I know me and my dad went to probably 3 or 4 of those like little ones where like it's still the same, like, it's the same people always fighting, the same personas all the time. But it's not like they don't count towards anything. There's no title matches. There's no big set with like the big screens where they do the big intro. They do their walk-in music or whatever, but it's not the whole production.
It's bland.
Yeah, it's on like a Wednesday night. You know what I mean? Something random. But yeah, I was more of a Raw guy. Still am more of a doing a Raw kind of guy, but yeah, back in the day, dude. Well, now I'm more of a smack it down while Raw kind of guy. Finger guns.
What, you smack yourself down raw?
Dead ass, dude. No lotion.
What the fuck did I just come back to? What the fuck did I
We're
just do?
talking about SmackDown and Raw, buddy.
We're talking about smacking it down Raw, dude. What do you expect we're talking about?
What's it called? But this up.
Talking that old.
I just come back and I see Trevor fucking doing that, dude.
Dude, you
I
know
don't
how
fucking know.
he's stuck in quarantine by himself for the next week and a half. What do you think?
2 weeks.
Yeah,
Like,
what do you think I'm
5
doing all the time, dude?
He wakes
What
up,
am I supposed to do?
eats breakfast, does it, goes to class, does it again, takes a nap, wakes up, does it again, eats dinner, does it again, goes to bed.
Fucking marathon, dude.
I was thinking about trying to become ambidextrous while I was in here, dude. You're doing it? I was like, fuck it, dude. I've already mastered the right, dude. I was like, why not learn the left, dude? That ass, like, let's be ambidextrous, dude. Fuck it. Who cares, dude?
Get a quick two-hand in there.
Listen, I don't have enough room for a 2-hand, dude. Trust me. But I figured, dude, fuck it. Let's learn how to do it with both hands.
Why
dude.
not?
And then,
not?
dude, once I master both of them, who knows? Dude, just depending upon the day. Maybe I'm feeling the left hand. Maybe I'm feeling the right hand, dude. Who cares?
Maybe you alternate. You get tired. You just switch it out.
Well, I don't last that long, dude.
Hands. Wake up!
Just tag team,
Oh.
man.
Wow.
But
I heard. Actually, no. We'll stop talking about that.
I brought up watching wrestling because
we went from watching wrestling to jerking off.
Welcome to our podcast.
Sorry, Mom, if you're listening to this.
But I brought this all up because we were talking about The Undertaker. And The Undertaker was one of the best characters in wrestling.
Oh, one of the all-time guys.
Until recently.
Look on my TV.
There's a character now on there called The Fiend. And it's, dude, so good. Probably my favorite character to have ever graced the screen of wrestling.
Nobody beats John Cena.
No, beats
John Cena.
Nope,
Better
I
than
don't believe you.
John Cena's the man.
Dude, I used to get, every time he changed his shirt, like his colors, I would always get the new shirt. All the
What's it
time.
called? You know, fun fact, my 5th grade teacher is John Cena's cousin.
That's crazy.
She's a fucking bitch.
Who is? The teacher?
The teacher. She's a fucking bitch.
Fuck
I hate
that,
it.
Rod. Damn.
She didn't like my brother either.
I mean, to be honest, I don't really like your brother either. We gotta get that kid on one of these. What kind of movies does he like, dude? We gotta get him on one of these days.
He watches tons of movies. He does have to get on. I keep trying to beg him to come on. He has to come on when we're in person.
Oh, of course, yeah. We weren't gonna do it when we were on Skype. It had to be in person, dude. We'll get cost up in here.
Yeah, no, Kosha definitely needs to come on. It'd be so fun. But dude, we need to get Kevin on here.
Dude, crazy.
We just need guests. Once this goes to in person, we need to start having guests on.
Oh,
I agree.
Yeah.
Is that you, Trevor?
Big ol' thunder. You heard that?
I heard
Damn, that was loud as fuck.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you saw me. My head snapped towards the window.
He's like,
shit.
what?
I said, huh?
It
was so nice out.
What?
I woke up.
What the
I
hell
woke
is
up. It
that?
was super rainy and windy out, and then most of the day it was like nice and like clear out. And now I guess I don't know.
Are you fucking kidding
God
me?
is striking down on himself, just thunder everywhere.
It was raining all day yesterday and all day today, and it is going to snow tomorrow for most of the day.
It's gonna snow tomorrow here too.
Tough. It was raining here yesterday for a while too.
Fuck on out of here. Fuck.
It's October. It's like, come on, like why?
Snow
I can't be dealing with snow in October.
It should be illegal to snow until midway through November.
I
It should just
agree.
be illegal.
I totally agree.
It should
with
be
that.
illegal to snow up until Christmas. Snow for the first time on Christmas Day, and then don't snow ever again.
No, I disagree. I like waking up to a white.
Me
I
too.
said only on Christmas. Only snow on Christmas.
No, I'm talking a little white Christmas.
This guy.
Kidding.
This fucking
Kidding.
guy.
This
For anybody
motherfucker-
watching the podcast, you saw what I just did, and I'm kidding. I don't do that.
Or is he?
He loves cocaine.
No, I do not do that. I have a stance. I'm not going to do that. Stick to my greens.
Good
But he's
lord.
drinking orange juice.
That's fine. It's got some boozies in it.
Got some booze? Boozies.
Boogies in it?
Yeah, dude. Friends brought over what I had left in one of my handles, so I had a little bit of. I got a little bit of boozies and I got a little bit of greens on me here in quarantine.
Good.
Good, Trevor.
Yeah. We're making it through the old Q teen life. Also, just for the record, I do not have it. Someone named me as a close contact person, so I'm in here regardless.
You
But
know,
I'm in
they
here
should
and
really test you.
They should. You'd think that, right?
Uh-huh.
But although my friend actually tested positive a few weeks ago, like he's back on campus, like he's fine now. Me and him were talking about it, and he was like, "Yeah, I also asked them that after a while, and I felt like totally fine. I was like, hey, can I just get like a test and see if I can go home?" They're like, well, even if you test negative, it's that 14-day span that the virus can just kind of like lay dormant. So it doesn't matter if I get it. I could test negative on day 8 or 9, but then get it on day like 13 or 14.
Yeah, that's what they
when
told
I
me.
came in contact with the person that named me.
That
you know what I mean?
just does not make sense to me.
That's what they did to me, though.
I don't know.
That's
Listen,
what they
I don't
did to
know.
me.
I don't know, but that's what I've heard. It makes sense. It makes sense to someone who doesn't know a lot about science and medicine and diseases.
So
To the common man, listen, this is the common man review.
The
And to
common
the common man, that
Yes.
makes enough sense for me to be like,
shut
okay.
your fucking mouth, you whore.
Listen, you don't need
You
to
fucking
get
whore.
your nursing major take on this if I'm right or wrong about the virus. To the common man, it sounded good enough.
Dude, breathe in all this fucking virus stuff. It's gonna be inside of your nose regardless, whether or not it's active or not. If you scrape it out, it's gonna come out on the thing, whether or not it's active. It's the same fucking virus.
Listen,
Facts,
dude.
even that white stuff,
listen,
you can
dude.
say
I
the
don't
same
know.
shit.
They
All I know
test
is
for
I can't get out of it.
tuberculosis. They test for tuberculosis, and you can be positive for tuberculosis but not have active tuberculosis. You're just carrying tuberculosis.
I got
Interesting.
goddamn TB.
Like,
That's
it should make
weird.
the same sense for just about everything.
I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
My laptop's
That's another video. If you haven't seen that, you're uncultured.
Facts, dude. All the fucking youngins listening to this are gonna be like, "What is that, guys?"
So I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Classic. Oh, I miss the old Vine days.
I miss the OG YouTube days.
I've never been a big YouTube guy.
Oh, YouTube's phenomenal.
YouTube's my favorite form of entertainment.
YouTube's phenomenal.
I used to, like, when I was younger, I'd go on it every now and then. But I've never been like a... I'm not one of those people, like, I'm assuming you guys go on YouTube every day.
I literally just said
I go on YouTube. Yeah, I go on YouTube every day. Every day.
Not like
you know
that.
how you scroll through Twitter? I watch YouTube videos.
Yeah. I love Twitter. Twitter is fantastic. Twitter is the superior.
I would much rather watch YouTube
Social
videos
media.
than scroll through social media.
I think I watch a Joe Rogan podcast at least every day. Every day. And it could be one of those little clips.
Well. If I don't listen to him, I listen to Jocko's podcast.
Yeah, it's Jocko, Joe Rogan, Joey Diaz, and that's really it.
No,
for me.
I don't listen to Joey Diaz's podcast.
I love him. It's so funny.
I listen to the Misfits podcast every now and then. I love the Misfits podcast. They're so funny. Have you listened to them, JC?
Yeah, a couple times.
So
They're pretty
I know. I got
haven't listened to them in forever. I haven't listened to them in a while, but I was watching some of their clips the other day. I was flipping through TikTok and I found like a Misfits like page, and I was watching them for a good a good 20 minutes. I was just watching a bunch of their videos.
Dude, Mason's my favorite. He's so funny.
Hilarious.
Mason, Swagger. We need to have Swagger Souls on this podcast.
It'd be for
yeah, dude, he'll pop up on
fits.
the video with the whole mask on.
Yes, with the balaclava. I want Fitz on here too, and Toby.
Just want them all on.
Yeah, I would definitely like them all on.
God damn. Yeah, I'd like to have them on. They're all hilarious.
So, we're an hour and a half in.
We've been talking nonsense for the last 40.
Yeah, we have. Well, I think this is gonna be it.
Well. Pause. Next week we get back into the rotation of Jacob picks, Andrew picks, I pick. So,
JC.
I had this movie for
I know exactly
weeks.
what it's gonna be.
You sure?
Just do it. You're gonna see my reaction. I feel like I know exactly what it's gonna be.
No, you don't. I'm putting it out there. No, he does not. No, he does not. It's a movie that everyone knows, but to me, it's one of my favorite movies ever. Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank's a great movie.
What I thought you were gonna say.
Shawshank Redemption is the movie I picked.
Shawshank is so good.
I've never seen that.
Shawshank's so good.
I want to go into detail with it because it's one of my favorite movies of all time. And have you seen it, Andrew? Just Trevor.
No, I have not.
I've seen it. Shawshank's fantastic. I've seen it all the way through once, but I've seen it most of it maybe 2 other times. It's very good.
What, Morgan Freeman's in it, right?
Morgan Freeman's in it. Yep.
Leo.
I forget who the actual lead is.
I feel like